Hello. So today's video is totally inspired by Stephen Mango. He is an ex-Scientologist and he finally got to go to the Clearwater Scientology headquarters that he's never got to go to before because he lives in California and just never happened to go there. And I never thought I'd be talking about this just because, I don't know, I just didn't think it'd ever be brought up. But I am very well versed in Clearwater. I love Clearwater. I got the shirt and many tank tops. So I love Clearwater, and my parents own a property right by Clearwater. So I've been there many times, and I wanted to give Stephen Mango kind of more of a perspective of what's thought about Scientology by other local people there. So one thing I noticed that Stephen was talking about was that Scientologists are trying to come over the bridge into spirituality and a higher self being, but like that bridge, like crossing that bridge, which I find very ironic, which I don't know if he knows this, but the closest airport to that headquarters is Tampa. And to get to Clearwater from Tampa is a large bridge that goes over the Tampa Bay. So I just thought that was really funny. And the building itself is on the edge of Clearwater Beach. So there's Clearwater and then there's Clearwater Beach. And to get to Clearwater Beach, there's another bridge. So they're like overlooking a bridge where they are. And the whole feeling around Scientology there is that you know that it's there. Everybody's kind of creeped out. When you bring it up, you almost feel like they're already listening to you because of how intense they are. And being around those buildings, it's such a spectacle. You're looking at them with the intent of almost seeing somebody clawing at the windows to get out, because we know that the windows are made so that you can see out, but you can't see in. Just terrifying. And you can tell the buildings that are lower, not as tall, that they have just like this kind of black shade behind them, so you can't see in. And Leah Remini on her show, they talked about how they own a lot of different buildings that nothing happens in. And you can tell that there's a lot of little buildings around there that there doesn't seem to be any activity, no matter what time of the night, what time of the day you drive by. There's no lights on. It's just very peculiar. There's also so many different security cameras everywhere in that area, and there's so many different kinds in different locations. Like, they're covering everything. They can see everything. And they actually used to want to have the city of Clearwater tear up the sidewalks around there because people were protesting. And the town was like, we're not getting rid of our sidewalks. That's ridiculous. And Stephen Mango also talked about how cold the people were to him. And he was just being like, hey. And yeah, we've all experienced the same thing. My mom and I took the trolley one time to Clearwater Beach, and they make different stops. And one of them was right by the building. All of a sudden, all these people come out, and they have these white shirts on with vests, and they're all holding books, and they all have this like look on their face of, I need to get to where I'm going right now. Nobody else matters. This is what I'm doing. Blah, blah, blah. Not looking at the trolley, waving, or just like looking at each other and waving. Cold. And it's very weird. On certain parts of Clearwater Beach where you would park, you might come across a little pamphlet on your windshield talking about Scientology. And it has over 200 questions in there of, have you ever felt alone? Have you ever felt sad? Have you ever felt lost? But 200 of those to really capture. They're looking for people who are lost and alone and feeling like they have nowhere else to go. Now, let me tell you, there's plenty of other places to go, even other religions. You know, it's even questioned if this is even really a religion. Stephen Mango has definitely had a impactful experience with them. There's a reason why he left, and I commend him for getting out and finding a new life and now doing things that are positive. So it's just this very odd sense. It's very doom and gloom kind of when you're around the building. The building's not inviting. There's no signs of, hey, come on in. You really just kind of get that random mysterious pamphlet every now and then. And there's also, so Stephen Mango talked about that there's some businesses in the area that are owned by Scientologists, which is fine. You know, many people of many different religions own businesses, but you don't really ever think about that. You don't think about, you might ask, oh, who owns this, or meet the owner, but you're not asking them, what religion are you? Nobody really cares, or at least you shouldn't care. And that's the thing. If it's owned by Scientology, because it's not just owned by somebody who is a Scientologist, it's owned by Scientology, and they're tracking the payments, what's going on, who's coming in, and people in Clearwater and surrounding towns know which shops are owned by Scientologists, which restaurants, which bars, and we're very aware of it. And we, you know, a lot of locals will go not really knowing. I mean, it's fine if you want to give them your business, but it's just weird for people who know. We're like, oh, I don't really want to go there. Just gives me weird vibes. And it's quite interesting because I've also been to LA, and I've been on Hollywood Boulevard, and I've seen their Scientologist building and seeing the people outside handing pamphlets, and I was like, whoa! Like, I don't want to see you. Not like they're going to attack you or anything, hopefully, but it's just very weird because there was people outside being very happy and, hey, come grab a pamphlet, and there was a billboard and things like that, when in Clearwater it's their headquarters and the top of the top are there. You would think they would have people at the beach just kind of being, hey, want a pamphlet. Very, very different. And I looked up on Google, the Scientology building has a 4-star rating. Very great reviews, you know, nothing negative, of course, because everything's just so controlled. So, yeah, I just wanted to, I have my notes here. Perfect. I just wanted to kind of help out Stephen Mango in his quest of learning more about the Clearwater area with our view on it. It's exactly kind of what you ended up finding out, because it was really kind of blown up, I feel like, in his mind of like this beautiful place with all these people. They're all talking about it. No, we don't want to talk about it. We're okay going to the beach and having a good time and not doing Dianetics and all that jazz. So, Stephen Mango, I hope this helped you a little bit. If you have questions, or the viewer, everybody who's watching this has questions, let me know. I am not an expert, but I do know what I have seen. So, yeah, any questions, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye!